Hello, my name's Judy Ssemugabi Bachaita.
And I am James Ssemugabi, and today we will be reading the Kabaka, Kulabako and Kakookolo by Bertha Mubiru. Once upon a time, in a faraway country, there lived a man and his wife. They had a beautiful and wonderful daughter called Kulabako. Wherever she passed, people turned to look at her. She was a lovely girl indeed. Kulabaka was so beautiful that even Kabaka wanted to marry her. The Kabaka ruled the whole country. All the land and everything in the country belonged to the Kabaka. People respected him and worshipped him. Whatever the Kabaka wanted had to be done without question. In that country, people would give the Kabaka their daughters as gifts, so as to please him. This was a sign of loyalty to the Kabaka. Inside the Kabaka's palace, there were many small houses. In each of these houses, there were Kabaka's wives. They got some of the many gifts that Kabaka got from his people. The Kabaka used to tour his country regularly. Whenever he met a beautiful woman doing his tours, he would be free to take her as a wife. This was regardless of whether the woman was married or not. Even the woman's husband would not mind. He would be happy because the Kabaka had fallen in love with his wife. To show that he was grateful, the husband would come before the Kabaka, fall on the ground many times, saying, "Sebo, Sebo, Sabazai Kabaka Wangala," meaning, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Long live our king." If lucky, the Kabaka would make this man as chief. Kulabako was still young, so she refused to marry any man. Many young handsome men tried to get Kulabako for a wife. Each time she said, "No, I am sorry. I cannot marry you. I'm not marrying anybody. I don't love anybody." One day, the Kabaka called all his servants to a meeting in his palace. Everyone was quiet when the Kabaka began to speak. "I hear of a beautiful girl named called Kulabako in this country. Who is she? I must see her. I want to know her. I must take her as my wife. Go and find out more about her. That is your homework," the Kabaka said. When the meeting ended, they all went out to search for Kulabako. Soon rumors went round the village that Kabaka wanted to marry Kulabako. Of course, this meant that all the young men who were interested in marrying Kulabako had to give up. It was bad manners and unheard of for a commoner to compete with the Kabaka. One day, when the servants came to the Kabaka and talked to him about Kulabako. "Yes, the girl is there, but there are many young men who have tried to marry her, but Kulabako refuses to go with any of them. She's not interested in any man whatsoever." On hearing this, the Kabaka got more interested in Kulabako. All the time he would think of nothing but Kulabako. "How can I get this girl? I always dream about her. I love her so much that I cannot get any sleep. I must marry her," the Kabaka would say to himself. Days passed, weeks went by, and months passed before the Kabaka would win Kulabako's heart. He could not eat, drink, or sleep because of Kulabako. The Kabaka started going thin and weak. Looking at him, you'd feel very sorry. One day, the Kabaka called one of his obedient servants. "Come right in," he said. "There's something I want to tell you." At first, the servant got scared. He quickly fell on his knees, saying, "Here I am, sir. What is it, sir?" Go to Kulabaka's home and tell the prince that I am deeply in love with their daughter and cannot eat, drink, or sleep until I see this beautiful girl, said the Kabaka. Yes, sir, I'll do exactly that, said the servant. He ran as fast as he could to his home and changed into his best clothes. When he arrived at Kulabaka's home, he was warmly welcomed. They were singing, drumming, and dancing for the Kabaka's servant. They were all happy to see someone from the Kabaka's palace. The Kabaka's servant was given a lot of beer to drink. They cooked all kinds of food, such as matoke, rice, cassava, potatoes, chapati, posho, millet, and yams for him. They served the food with beef, chicken, pork, lamb, and fish. Kulabako did most of the cooking. The visitor ate lots and lots of food. He thought he had to finish everything on the table. He was not talking at all, but just eating. His stomach was almost bursting with good food when he stood up to leave. Thank you so much for this big feast. It has been a wonderful party. Goodbye, he said and took off. He forgot to say why he had been sent. Since it was getting late in the evening, he ran as fast as he could back to the palace. When the Kabaka saw him, he smiled, waiting for the good news from Kulabako. Where is my beautiful girl? Did she come with you? Speak up, said the Kabaka. It was at this moment that the servant remembered that he had not talked to Kulabako's parents about what the Kabaka had sent him to do. He kept quiet and did not want to tell the Kabaka. Come on, what is so difficult? Tell me the good news, urged the Kabaka. I am sorry, sir. I forgot to talk about it. I was given so much food and drinks that I forgot to deliver your message, the servant answered. The Kabaka was so angry with him that he called them all sorts of names. Shame on you! Get out of my sight! You must leave the palace today. I just miss you. I don't want to see you again anywhere near the palace. The servant lost his job and left the palace that day. The Kabaka called another of his best and faithful servants like the first servants, the second servant went down on his knees and said, Sir, what can I do for you? Listen carefully, said the Kabaka. Go to Kulabako's home and tell her parents that I love their daughter. You must bring her so that I marry her. The servant ran off as fast as he could to his home. He changed into his best clothes and went running to Kulabako's home. He arrived safely and was given the respect that Kabaka's servant deserves. It was a warm welcome. There was singing, drumming, and dancing. He was given a lot of beer, and there were even much more food than was given to the first servant. Kulabaka and the mother cooked the food. The visitor ate and ate until he could not eat anymore. He felt like bursting. He felt his stomach bubbling and boiling because of too much food. With difficulty, he stood up and said, Thank you for this wonderful party. I shall never forget this day. Goodbye. Like the other servant, this one also forgot to tell them about Kabaka's wishes. Being a faithful servant, he wasted no time on the way. He ran straight to Kabaka's room. He knocked at the door very loudly. Come right in, said the Kabaka. Greetings from Kulabako's family, said the servant said. Welcome back. Any good news? My heart is full of hope and joy. Tell me, what did they say? The Kabaka asked. The servant kept quiet. He started sweating. His heart was beating fast. He could not stand properly on his two legs. He almost fainted. Speak up, shouted the Kabaka. I am sorry, sir. I was given so much food to eat and so much beer to drink that I forgot to deliver the message, said the faithful servant. This is nonsense. That sounds stupid. You're no better than a fool is. Leave my palace immediately. I have dismissed you, the angry Kabaka said. The Kabaka sent more than 10 of his most trusted servants, but they all behaved in the same way. They all forgot to deliver the Kabaka's message. This worried the Kabaka very much. Now all my good servants are gone, and your Kulabako is not here. I am so sad. I shall lock myself up in my bed in the bedroom. I'm not going to eat or drink anything. I am fed up. Let me die because of Kulabako, cried the Kabaka. He lost appetite for food. He was very unhappy for almost a week. He had not been out in the sun. He wanted to starve himself to death. All the people worried about the Kabaka. Word soon spread around the country about the Kabaka state. He became thin and weak. He became very ill. When Kakookolo heard the news about the Kabaka's condition, he quickly came to the palace. I must save the Kabaka. Open the gate for me, he said to the guard at the gate. I cannot open for you. You do not look presentable, so you can't get in. The Kabaka is not feeling well. Do you want to make him sick? Asked the gatekeeper. Let me in, please. Where is the Kabaka? I want to see him. I promise I shall do whatever the Kabaka wants. I will make him happy all the days of his life, said Kakookolo. You savvy looking man wants to see the Kabaka? No way. Just go away and leave us in peace, said the woman who was passing by. Give me a chance to talk to the Kabaka, please. I can bring Kulabako without any problem, Kakookolo pleaded. Listen, did you hear what he said? Let me go and tell the Kabaka. It might be good news for the Kabaka, said one of Kabaka's servants who had come to the gate. He then rushed to the Kabaka's bedroom. On hearing the news, the Kabaka was overjoyed and he smiled for the first time in a very long while. Waste no time. Go tell Kakookolo that if he brings Kulabako here, I shall give him a pot of my wealth, the Kabaka ordered. The servant quickly ran back to the gate and said, Kakookolo, the Kabaka sends his greetings. He asks if he asks you to go and get Kulabako. He'll give you anything provided you bring him that beautiful girl to the place. The woman at the palace who heard the Kabaka's promise to Kakookolo were not happy. They laughed and dismissed Kakookolo's ability to bring Kulabako to the palace. You're joking! What you are saying is rubbish. You cannot manage Kulabako. After all, who are compared to more than 10 servants that the Kabaka sent to get her, said one of the women in the palace. Okay, we shall see. But you just prepare a place for the girl. She'll be here before midnight tonight, Kakookolo said. Kakookolo was a wise man. He was very helpful but also crafty and cunning. He was known to do what other people could not. Everybody knew that Kakookolo could do the impossible. From the Kabaka's palace gate, he went to his home first to collect his bag and enter Goli, a musical instrument and a pipe. He then ran as fast as he could to Kulabako's home. He was warmly welcomed at Kulabako's home before he could sit down. But before he could even sit down, he told the parents why he had come to see them. I've been sent here by the Kabaka, said Kakookolo. He did not want to waste any time like the others had done. How's the Kabaka? He's in good health, said Kulabako's home. Oh, very fine. Only he wants to marry your daughter, said Kakookolo. My God, the Kabaka already has many wives. He cannot marry another woman, can he? Asked the mother, a bit surprised. Yes, he can. How would you like your girl becoming a princess? Asked Kakookolo. Kulabako was a very shy young girl. When she heard what Kakookolo and her mother were discussing, she just walked away without saying a word. She went to the kitchen to do the cooking. Mother later joined her daughter in the kitchen. When it came to time for serving, there was just too much food for Kakookolo. In addition to the usual foods they prepared for Kulabaka servants, they served cheese, cakes, biscuits, chocolate, sweets, ice cream, as well as a variety of foods. But Kakookolo had never seen or tasted many of these foods, so he could not even touch them. He feared for his stomach. As usual, there was a singing, drumming, and dancing. This time, many women from far away came to help Kulabako's mother. Food was brought and laid out nicely on the table, and Kulabako's mother said to Kakookolo, "Sir, you may start eating. Everything is ready for you. Eat as much as you want." Kakookolo thought for minutes, not believing that all the food was sweet. But inside him he said, "I am going to eat as much food. I'm going to eat as much food as they think." He kept quiet, thinking about what to do. He did not make any move, just surprised Kulabaka's mother. "Sir, the food is ready," she said, interrupting Kakookolo's words. "Oh, thank you, madam," he answered. Kakookolo continued thinking, but this time he thought aloud. "I shall pretend to be eating a lot, but I'll only eat something very small." After realizing that he had been speaking out loud, he looked all around to him to be sure that nobody had heard what he said. He looked at the appetizing food and started eating a little. But then, as he looked at the steaming food, he remembered the saying that too much food can make one's stomach burst, and that too much of anything is bad. After touching a bit of the food and that, he pretended to be too full as he went to thank Kulabako's friends for the food. "Thank you very much for the wonderful meal. Oh, I am full, and I am almost bursting the food. Thank you once again," he said, and then sat on a mat in the corner of the dining room. He then opened his bag and got out a pipe and Tongoli. "Let me relax a bit," Kakookolo said as he smoked his pipe. He then started playing his Entogoli. He played it so well that people stopped whatever they were doing to come and listen to Kakookolo. His songs were so nice that women thought they fought their way into the door to see Kakookolo. "He sings so beautifully. I wish he could go on and on," said Kulabako. The whole house was filled with happiness. "Encore, encore," shouted the women as Kakookolo repeated the songs for them. He also started enjoying himself, thought that he was on top of the world. Kulabako was so happy that he pushed through the crowd to go and sit near Kakookolo. This made Kakookolo play even better music. Meanwhile, he was thinking about ways of winning Kulabako, how he can make her follow him up to the palace. "Good, I know what to do. I will do. Good, I know what I will do," Kakookolo said as an idea flashed into his mind. "I shall forgotten my Intongoli. I shall run out. She'll bring it to me. Ha 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 ha! I know she will." He played only one more song before placing his Intongoli in the corner. He went across to the window and looked out. "Oh my God! It is getting late. It is time to go home," said Kakookolo. People did not want Kakookolo to leave. To them it was still early. The sun had not yet gone down. "I am sorry, but I must go. Thank you so much for the nice food and your hospitality," said Kakookolo. With the pipe in his mouth, he dashed out as if someone was running after him. The women later gathered in small groups talking nice things about Kakookolo. "Much as he is very ugly, his music is good," said one young girl. They all missed him. Even Kulabako wished Kakookolo could come back and stay with them longer. Let's hope he will come back to visit us, said Kulabako. As the sun went down, everyone started leaving. They each wanted to go back to their homes. After Kulabako bade them farewell, she entered the house before coming out running. Kulabako, Kulabako, come quick! She called out. Look, she added, pointing to Ntongoli. Poor man, he must be very far now, wondered Kulabako. Come on, run, take it to him, said the mother. Okay, Mom, let me run as fast as my legs can carry me. Within no time, Kulabako caught up with Kakookolo. Kakookolo, hold on, please, cried Kulabako out of breath. No, it is getting late. What is it? I'm not coming back, said Kakookolo as he walked even faster to keep away from Kulabako. Kakookolo, have your Ntongoli, shouted Kulabako. She started singing the song. Kakookolo, oh, Kakookolo, oh, Kakookolo, Kakookolo, yo. Meaning, Kakookolo, oh, Kakookolo, Kakookolo, take away your Ntongoli. On hearing this, Kakookolo slowed down. He was glad his plan was working the way he had wanted it. He therefore answered as follows. Mandetela, mandetela, agenda enolonji talaga, ngenze nolonji siraze, chimama chinyabo, jangwe no gongoberera, chimama chinyabo, jangwe no gongoberera. Meaning, bring it to me, dear. Those who marry beautiful brides do not announce beforehand, just like I am talking you about announcing. Come on, quick, follow me. When Kulabako got near him, he moved as fast as he could. Kulabako was puzzled. She did not know why Kakookolo moved faster when she wanted to give him his Ntongoli. She ran so fast that she caught up with him again. She said, "Take your Ntongoli, please," as she sang her song. Kakookolo, oh, Kakookolo, Kakookolo, Ntongoli yo. Then Kakookolo ran away faster than before. Kulabako got tired. She became angry. She did not know whether to continue or go back. Then Kakookolo slowed down as if to wait for Kulabako. By now, they were so near each other that Kakookolo stretched his hand as if to receive the Ntongoli. He sang his song in reply to what she was singing. Ndetela mama ndetela, agenda n'omulungi talaga, ngenze n'omulungi siraze, kimama kinyabo, jangwe no gongoberera, kimama kinyabo, jangwe no gongoberera. When Kakookolo saw the girl so near, he decided to run. He ran and ran and ran. Kulabako followed with the Ntongoli. You could therefore see both of them walking, running and singing. The palace gates were wide open. Kakookolo entered first. Kulabako waited outside the gate. You too must come enter. The Kabaka will be glad to see you. Come on, girl, don't fear, said Kakookolo. Kulabako entered the gate and the gate entered and the gate closed behind her. Oh my God! Thank you, Lord. I've won the battle, Kakookolo said joyfully. You have tricked me! You have cheated me, Kulabako called. Call the Kabaka! Where is he? Hurrah! Hurrah! Kulabako is here, said Kakookolo with joy. The Kabaka came out running. Am I dreaming? I am extremely happy, he said. Immediately, drumming, singing, and dancing could be heard everywhere in the palace. Thank you so much. Thank you, young man. This is the happiest day of my life. I was almost dying. I feel much better now, said the Kabaka. I am also happy because I have made you happy, said Kakookolo. Kill the precious cow for him. Make a peace for him, ordered the Kabaka. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm very excited because you are happy now, said Kakookolo. What shall I give you? Anything you want from this palace. You'll take cows, goats, chicken, bicycles, wheelbarrows, hoes, musical instruments, lamps, beer, food. Take whatever you want. The choice is yours, said the Kabaka, who was looking very happy. Kakookolo went on to say thank you, as was was the custom in the palace. Whenever a man was grateful to the Kabaka, he had to prostrate. You have made my life worth living, as I even built your house to keep in all your gifts, said the Kabaka. Word went around the Kabaka wanted to meet all the musicians of the country. They came. They were entertained in a very big feast. Go and compose a song in praise of Kulabako, said the Kabaka. On the day of Kabaka's wedding, Kulabako put on the best dress made by the best tailor in the country. The best musicians in the country played the best songs called Kulabako. At the wedding, they were rejoicing in the Kabaka's palace. Kulabaka and the Kabaka lived happily thereafter.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm Judy Ssemugabi and
James Ssemugabi.
bye.